Hi, I'm Marin Alsop, Music Director of the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra.
One of our main missions at the Baltimore Symphony is to create a sense of access and inclusion for everybody, so that this great art form is something that everyone has ownership in. One of the programs that we're really excited about at the Baltimore Symphony is our after-school program called OrchKids. We started with 30 kids in West Baltimore, and we're now up to 160 kids. They've grown so much over these past 2 years. They're playing instruments, they're sensing the possibilities of life. They're just becoming incredible partners to the Baltimore Symphony. So we've asked composer David Rimless to write a piece that would involve the OrchKids and incorporate them into an introductory evening at the Symphony. So we're starting with a world premiere piece that will feature our OrchKids on this program. We go on to a piece by American composer John Corigliano. It's called The Pied Piper Fantasy. This is a piece that tells a fable that kids love, and it also features some other young instrumentalists, some young flutists. Our soloist will be Emily Skala, who's our wonderful principal flutist. As Emily finishes the piece, she's joined by all these young flutists that will follow her off and out into the lobby area and continue playing. What happens is that the city has been overrun by rats, and you hear the rats running through the orchestra, and the Pied Piper comes through, and he plays these tunes in order to subdue the rats. And what he does is, by continually playing this tune, he starts hypnotizing the children of the city so that they follow him away. And by getting rid of the rats, they actually end up losing their kids who follow the Pied Piper. It's an incredibly dramatic and wonderful piece. I'm closing with Prokofiev's version of Cinderella. And Prokofiev really wanted to convey the romance, and not necessarily all the little vignettes, but the bigger sense of Cinderella as a romantic story. We hear the clock striking midnight, and we go to the ball, and we have that sense of really following the Cinderella story. But I think the music is so lush and so romantic that that's really the overriding flavor of the piece. So I think it's a program that will appeal to families as well as to adults. So if you want to bring your kids to this program, I think it's the perfect one. But it's also perfect just for adults on their own.